Welcome to the big show. I'm just kidding. But do y'all remember that? And if I had an introduction song, it definitely would be an Eminem song, but it wouldn't be that song, probably a different one. But when I was younger, people used to do that. Introducing the big show, because I was tall and fat. Now, I'm not saying this to seek sympathy. I'm saying this to remind you or to tell you that sometimes you can capitalize, you can captivate and monetize that very thing that someone may have teased you about or poked fun about. And I know it's hard to hear in that moment when it's happening, but if I could go back and tell my younger self anything, I would tell her, look, one day that same thing that they're teasing you for, you're going to be loved and adored for. Or even now, it may be people that admire that same thing that someone else pokes fun at you about, right? Like when I was a kid, they used to always say, why do you talk like that? Where are you from? You sound like you're white. And my response would always be, I'm from East Los Angeles. I hang with the gangbangers and the trappers, you know? If I could talk to my younger self, I would tell her, hey, things are going to get better. You're going to be popping. She probably would look at me and be like, no one wants to be my friend. What are you talking about? None of the girls like me. And I would tell her, that's good because they're going to be teenage moms. She probably would tell me, I'm taller than all the boys in my class. I hate it, except for Christopher. And Christopher is kind of weird and not in the good way. And I would tell her, I'm sorry, but you're actually going to be taller than a lot of men for the most of your life. But they're going to be nicer to you and they're going to buy you stuff, right? Not that it would matter to her. You know, she probably would tell me, hey, I have these ugly ass bottle cap glasses that my mom has me wearing. And I would tell her, look, later on in life, you're going to have these cool glasses and no one is even going to remember the old you. You're going to look different. People won't even recognize you. But I know when you're going through it, it's very hard, right? Like it's hard to be optimistic about those things. Like when I was younger, people used to always say, oh, you cry too much, you're so sensitive. But now that sensitivity I actually use to help other people, right? Like shout out to my YouTube family. We're almost at 4K, right? And I know that's because I'm sensitive to other people's feelings. Like I feel for your pain, but the younger me would probably be like, I don't want to feel their pain. I just want people to like me, right? Because when you're younger, that's all you really want. And the older you get, I hope that you understand that you really have to learn to like yourself no matter how many people in the room like you, because there's always going to be one person that's a hater. There's always going to be one person that's really negative, that really enjoys ruining other people's day. So just remember and try to capitalize if you can off of those same things that someone may have, poked fun at about you. But seriously, like when I was younger, people used to say, you're a giant, you're humongous, right? The older I get, the more cool it is to be tall. Why wasn't it cool when I was in 6th grade, right? It wasn't a hot thing to be the tallest girl in your class. It was never hot, right? But that's just how life is. It's like the same thing people will hate you for is the same thing that they will love you for. I remember people used to be like, you talk too much, right? But now there's people coming to my podcast, coming to my YouTube, reposting and sharing what I have to say, right? So if I could just talk to that young lady, I would say, look, like it's hard right now, but things are going to get better. You just got to focus and persevere and just really rock with the people who rock with you and kind of forget about those other people. People will love you, people will hate you, and it always has more to do with them than it does with you. Layla Attar, best-selling author.